All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And this is the brother Yahweh from the GMS Detroit camp. And today, I just want to revisit, the topic of adultery, because I came across, two clips, on Instagram where it pretty much shows, what happens to men that are found, pretty much to get caught in the act of adultery, or it gets found out that, a man committed adultery with another man's woman. No. So I'm just going to play these two clips, bring out a couple of scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. So I'm going to play this first one.
All the way down my back where they cut me. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It goes all the way to my hip. And then he got my leg twice too. Got my leg here and on the inside here. And that's the reason I can't walk.
So he hit you with an axe.
Yeah. Yeah, he butchered me, man.
And this was this girl's husband.
Yes. Yep, it was her husband.
So a woman that you met at a CCAP program, a work release program, you started having a relationship with her. She was married. Her husband found out.
Yep.
And this guy came and tried to kill you.
Pretty much. I laid in the car 3 days bleeding. And I had mirror tint on my car so you couldn't see. And some old lady, I guess she heard me moaning, hurting or something. She called paramedics, and the paramedics got me. You can see this.
And that's what that man gets, man. Because you're not supposed to commit adultery with another man's wife. And that's what happens, man. And this man is lucky to be alive because that man was justified in doing what he did, Now, it's one thing if the woman didn't tell him, which is why you're supposed to ask these women, especially nowadays, if they have a man. Certain women will be honest and say, yeah, certain women will lie. But if this man knew, but still decided to, get involved with that woman, then again, you got what you deserved, Leave these women alone if they have men. So I'm going to play this second one.
My side piece husband came home early while pound his wife Ems and beat the dog-ish out of me. I was in the hospital for 3 days and had to lie to my wife and say I was robbed and jumped. Now she wants me to file a police report, but I don't want to get in trouble for lying to the police, too. That's what your ass get. You should stay your ass home, sir. Y'all gonna stop playing in people's marriages. Had you lumped up in the hospital for 3 days. Now you sitting up here lying.
And yeah, man. And exactly, for those that know who that woman is, she pretty much, reads, anonymous confessions that people send to her. But again, I came across that one last night, and pretty much, again, exactly what she said. He got what he deserved. He better be lucky that's all he got was, beat up. Because again, that man would have been justified according to biblical law to pretty much sending that man to the spirit world, because that's not okay. Because we know about, the thing that happened in the IUIC. And as far as the man, that was married to the woman that committed Slakia. As far as the man whose woman that committed adultery against him in the IUIC, man, all I'm going to say is, man, somebody would have gotten hurt, somebody would have gotten hurt after that, so we ain't going to keep harping on, the whole IUIC thing, because again, it's madness. So I don't want to make this one too long, so I'm going to start in the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 14, and it says, thou shalt not commit adultery. Plain and simple. This is one of, the 10 commandments, so to speak, even though there are more than 10 commandments, but this is one of those sins that, the Most High himself hates, even though it says the Lord hates sin, in general. But, in particular, the Lord hates adultery, man, because when a man deals with another woman that's married, both of them are pretty much breaking up that family they're ruining or defiling that marriage, man, and that's not okay. And, there is a recompense for doing that particular act, man. Again, that first guy, it says he got hit with an axe. Again, he's lucky to be alive, because this is why, starting from the apostles on down, even, certain brothers in, our account, they'll tell us, man, if a woman is married, just leave her alone, because there are plenty of women out here, and if, you ever get the opportunity, turn her down, because again, that could be you, just use these two examples alone, man, that could be you. You can be, in a wheelchair, from damage from getting hit with an axe, man, or, you can get caught in the act by a woman's husband and he beats you up, because again, that's just my thing, man. That second clip, that guy better be lucky too as well, because he actually got caught in the act. The first guy, I think he said, that woman's husband just found out, that, she was dealing with this man. But the second one, she said that the guys that was, committing adultery, the woman's husband came home early, and whipped his ass, but he better be lucky, because again, both of them would have been sent to the upper room, So I'm going to get the book of Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 32. It says, but whoso committeth adultery with a man, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou gavest him many gifts. So yeah, man, as it says, that first guy, again, he got hit with an axe, man. He got hit with an axe, I don't know how many times he got hit, but you could see the scars, man, and that was pretty gruesome. So again, that first man is honestly lucky to be alive, and then that second man, he was actually caught in the act of committing adultery, and all he got was beat up, to the point where they needed to go to the hospital. But still, man, what if that man would have had, again, like the first guy, an axe, a knife, a gun, anything, man? This is why you weren't supposed to deal with married women, man, because of, men love women more than women love Slakia. If I said that wrong, because, I'm just waking up, my current job, I get off work kind of late, but I had to get this video out, but men love women more than women love men, men love women. Especially the Israelite man, when it comes to his women, man, we love our women, man. And, men are very passionate, when it comes to their women. But, again, that second guy, he better be lucky. That's all he got was a beat down, man, because again, it would have been two bodies in there, man. It would have been two bodies. Because she's wrong and he's wrong, man. They weren't supposed to do that. They're both supposed to be gone. So I'm going to get a couple more, and then that'll be it for this one. Or better yet, I'll do this. I'll grab this one. So I'm going to get the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 31. And it says, "It hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery." So yeah, as we know, you're only supposed to divorce, your woman if she commits adultery. And in both of those cases, man, those two women, they will be divorced, you know. And there's plenty of instances where, there are plenty of men out there whose wives have committed adultery against them, and, they didn't get divorced, which she was supposed to be. I know an incident personally, within, my family that happened, and they weren't divorced, which was off. I always thought that was off, man. But this current world and society we live in, they want to try to make things work. No. Once you commit adultery, man, that's it. Oh, there goes another scripture that just came to mind, man. So let me see. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3. And as you can see, the headline reads, "The Polluted Land." This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 1. And it says, "They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's wife, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord." So yeah, man, a man's woman that committed adultery, you're not supposed to come back to her, man, because you've done, acts with her, and then another man turn around and does acts, which is, off, because you're not supposed to be dealing with another woman, but you're not supposed to go back to that woman, that you put away. Or if she committed adultery against you, man, she's defiled, She's defiled, not only physically, but spiritually, she's defiled, because she has committed adultery against you, man, So I'm going to get this last one. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 23, and verse 18. And it says, "A man that breaketh wedlock sang thus in his heart, Who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness, the walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. He know all things ere every day." It's like he knew all things ere ever they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. It says, "This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspecteth not, he shall be taken. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband, and bringeth in an heir by another. Now, this is talking about if a woman commits adultery and has a child, by another man, excuse me, Slakia, says, for first, she hath disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly, she hath trespassed against her own husband, and thirdly, she hath played the whore in adultery, and brought children by another man. She shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root, and her branches shall bear, it's like in her branches shall bring forth no fruit. She shall leave her memory to be cursed, and her reproach shall not be blotted out. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord, man. And it says, it is great glory to follow the Lord, and to be received of him is long life. And yes, man, again, a woman that commits adultery, especially if she brings forth, children, out of wedlock, man, she's going to be, judged. She's going to be put to death, so it says her branches shall not take root. So, those children, they may not make it as well, if I'm breaking that down correctly. If not, Salakia, but, those children, those children won't make it either. But pretty much, again, as it says, man, it talks about, the woman. We already know about, the man. But again, this is on both ends, as far as adultery goes. It's on, the man that's committing the act, and the woman that is married, But as far as it says, the woman, she's trespassing. Well, she's disobeying, the law first and foremost, because again, that's, one of the top commandments that we're supposed to keep, which is not committing adultery. When she broke that law and said she trespassed against her husband, what she did, man, she stepped out of her marriage to deal with another man, and as it says, she played the whore, But as we can clearly see in this current American society, whoredom and adultery is pretty much at an all-time high, man. And this is just one of many reasons why America is going to be destroyed, man, because of the sexual immorality that goes on in this place, man. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the artists of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I see you, Shalom.